Hello and welcome. My name is Jason Humphrey, and I mentor at Thinkful. And I was talking to some students recently that made me think I really should record this because I've been saying the same stuff for the last 2 years when they ask me, well, what should I look for in a job and how much time is too much time to look for it? Coming out of a boot camp, what should I expect or what do I even want? And so I've compiled a list of questions to help you, no one else but you, to figure out what interests you. What are you looking for? What is your desired outcome here? And so before we get into some of the desired outcomes questions, let's look into first what interests you. And I've got a list of questions here. Let's do this. So, are you interested in flexible hours? Do you want to show up at 7 and leave at 4? Do you want to just stroll in any given day? Or do you want a 9 to 5 schedule and a story? Something to think about. Next is, do you care about philanthropy or community service that your community does that your job would partake in potentially? Whether it's 1 day a week, every 2 or 3 months you get to go do something. That's always an interesting option that I see a lot of people are becoming more and more interested in. Next is a big one for everyone, pay. At the same time, I say it's big, but for a lot of people, it's actually not as big as a deal because they're looking from some of these other things. They want flexible hours, they want community service, and they want vacation, which is the next point. How much vacation do you need? How much do you really want? If you love your job that much, do you need vacation? What are we talking? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? On average, what I do see is 2 to 3 max when you're first coming out, FYI. What about a manager? Do you need a strict manager? Do you need strict directions every single day, a to-do list that is curated by someone else? Or do you like a little bit more of a loose team that is kind of, here's the stuff we got to complete in the next month, go get it done, we'll meet up weekly or monthly for some check-ins? What type of manager is that for you? What do you respond best to? Next is, how important is your work to you? If your work isn't making an impact and you're just punching a time card doing the same repetitive tasks, which I imagine no one likes that, but how important does your work have to be to you? If you're just making at least a little difference with what you're doing, are you happy, or do you need to be working on the top-notch things that make a huge difference in whatever company you're going for? Next is change. Do you like change? Do you want to move around? Are you willing to move around? Are you willing to be on a team that's constantly shifting to different projects, working with different teams and scopes and dates and times and all that fun jazz? Next is bonuses. Do you need a bonus? Do you care? I know at the end of the year it makes a lot of people feel important and can help morale and things of that nature, but would you notice it if it wasn't there? Does it make a difference if they do that for you or not? Some people, if you get some of these other benefits, they don't care. Which leads me right into my next point. Benefits. What are you looking for in benefits? Are you looking for health benefits? Do you want social benefits? Do you want them to help gas reimbursement, lunch reimbursement, student debt reimbursement? Or do you want good health coverage with a low deductible and, really good benefits at work with maybe a gym or sleep pods, whatever it might be? Or is that the type of stuff you're interested in? Are you interested in your team you're going to being a team that believes in pair programming? I know that's a hot topic recently. At the same time, do you want a mentor? Do you need a mentor? Let me take a step back there and say, we all need mentors. If you want to be extremely successful in whatever you do, you must not take the road less traveled in the sense of by yourself. You need to take it with people who have been there that can guide you. At the same time, do you need that mentoring right off the bat? Do you want that? I believe that's a yes for all of us, but some people really do want to forge their own path, and that is an important question to look at. At the same time, you need to ask the team, will I get a mentor? Because not all teams you join will give you one. Next is growth in position. Is that something you've thought about? Do you want to go jump into, yes, you can jump into a great company, but are you going to jump into a position in this company that you can grow? Not capped at this level, that you can grow to that level. So that's a big thought that a lot of people miss all the time. And do you align with the company's vision and mission statement? That's very important because if you don't, will you be there long term? Will it make sense to even start? It's definitely something to think about. And then commitment. How committed are you? Are you committed to work on the weekends? Are you committed to work 60-hour weeks? Yes, with overtime or some compensation. But are you committed to do that? Because some places you go into, they're expecting you. And if you don't ask and they're expecting 50 to 60-hour work weeks, you won't last long because that's not what you signed up for, or you'll be miserable. And no one wants that. So think about your commitment level. Think about where you're going, what they're going to need, and what they're offering. Lastly, the work-life balance. Is the job you're looking for going to help you balance that? Because this is your life. This is the only one you get. What do you want to do with it? And if you can't balance that, or you don't know the ratio you want, that's something you should take a really hard look into. Like, do I want to just work 40-hour weeks? Do I want to be able to travel on the weekends and go wherever I want without anyone saying anything to me? Or do I not mind if I work the first couple of years, doing some graveyard shifts on the weekends to do change management or something of that nature? There's a list of questions I just had for you guys that I want you to think about, because a lot of those can help determine what you want to look for in a job. When I talk to my students, I tell them, be patient, and we got to find the job for you. And those are a list of things I ask them or try to bring up to their attention so that they can think about these things, because this is important. This is where you're going to be. And job hopping's not really the thing to do, or even then, not getting a job is worse. But at the same time, it's not good to go into a job for 2 months and leave. These are a lot of important things to ask yourself that can put you in a position to really change your life for what you want. Not just to change your life to get a job that you don't enjoy, but to get a job you enjoy so you enjoy your life, so you have a good time, so everything you've just spent doing for the last 4 to 6 months is totally worth it. Whether you're changing jobs and changing careers and you've come to like a boot camp, or you're just seeing this video and you just happen to watch it, things to think about that can really make a difference when you're deciding what you're wanting. And even then, just thinking out loud to yourself, because at the end of the day, I can't make the decision for you. I can't tell you what you're going to like. Only you will know this information. Only you will know, I really like that. Ooh, flex hours. That's awesome. Vacation. I want more of that. Pay I can live without if I get more flex time. And how tough is my manager on me? Is he strict? Is the team strict? Is it not? Lots of questions to ask yourself that can really help in this process.